closing your eyes if you'd like, again, placing those starfish hands in your abdominals and just taking those nice deep inhalations and exhalations. Breathing in through the nose and using your throat chakra to help you exhale. Good, just taking any thoughts or cares of the day and placing them off to the side. Good, just anything that might be heavy on your heart or mind, place it off to the side. Just trying to be in the here and the now. Good, then we'll take a moment to declare our intentions for our practice today. So maybe you came today to work on your flexibility or your balance, maybe working on that core strength, or perhaps just bringing a little bit of peace to your day. Whatever that goal is, take that goal, place it on your heart center, and know that we'll work together toward that goal today. Good, and breathing. Good, let's let our arms fall to the side, palms are facing up, so we're open to that positive energy. We can glean from the world around us. Judgments of ourselves, so trying not to compare what you do today with what you might have done on another day at another time, but just honoring your body by being proud of what you accomplished today. Exhale, let those shoulders pull away from the ears. Good. Sending that breath to all parts of the body that will work today. Practice today will be a journey of mind, body, spirit, and breathing. So breathing through all of our poses today. Good. Just beginning to bring awareness to our bodies by gently wiggling our fingers and our toes. From here, we're going to inhale deeply, stretching the arms long overhead. Good. We're just going to point those fingers and toes and stretch like we're just getting out of bed in the morning. Good. So we're just reaching one side a little higher than the other, stretching and reaching. Clasp those fingers together and let our arms pull over to the left side. So thinking of keeping those shoulders low and attached to the mat. You're going to feel that lengthening on the right side as you stretch to the left. Good. And coming slowly back through the center, we're going to let our arms pull over to the right side. So again, thinking of keeping those shoulders low and attached to the mat. Feel that lengthening on the left side as you stretch to the right. Good. Coming slowly back into the center. Again, just pointing those fingers and toes, stretching and lengthening. Good. Let's inhale deeply, pointing the fingers and toes. And then we'll exhale our knees into our heart center. Good. From here you can just gently rock from side to side if you'd like. Then bringing our feet down to the mat just beneath the knees, fingertips to the heels, and we're going to bridge up. So just lifting those hips up to the sky, squeezing that derriere and bridge. Good, lowering slowly back to the mat. Good, let's bridge up again, lifting and holding. Good, lower slowly back to the mat. Good, bridging up one more time, lifting those hips up to the sky. Good, lower slowly back to the mat. Good, let's hug those knees in. From here, we're going to lengthen that left leg all the way down to the mat. Hug that right knee in. Good, coming into a spinal twist here. We'll bring the right toes to that left knee. We're just going to guide that right knee over to the left using your left hand. Right arm extends out to the right side. We're going to turn our gaze toward that extended right arm. You can keep your eyes closed here, but still turn your head in the direction of that right outstretched arm. Good, coming slowly back through the center with that right leg. Let's then lengthen the right leg, and we're going to hug that left knee in. Good, coming into the spinal twist on the other side, bringing the left toes to that right knee, guiding that left knee over to the right using your right hand. Left arm extends, gaze again, turns toward that extended left arm. Keeping your eyes closed here if you'd like, but still turning your head in the direction of that left outstretched arm. Good, coming slowly back into the center with that left knee. Let's just hug both knees in again. Good. From here, we're going to grab behind the knees and roll up. We're going to come into that tabletop position. So just bringing your hands under the shoulders, knees come back under the hips. We have that nice flat back. Tummy is tucked in towards your spine. Gaze is down. Good. And we're just going to push back to extended child's pose. Good. From here, sweeping forward into upward facing dog. Remember, in upward facing dog, we're on the tops of the feet. You can modify by coming to the tops of the legs. It's up to you. Good. Coming to your knees, pushing back to extended child's pose. Good. Sweeping forward into our upward facing dog. Good. Coming to our knees, pushing back to extended child's pose. And again, we'll sweep forward into that upward facing dog and hold. Good. Curling the toes under. We're going to push back to down dog. Good. And from here, we're just going to all bicycle those heels toward the mat. Your heels may or may not connect. That's okay. In down dog, just bicycling here. Remember, in down dog, your feet will be hips width apart, so you can take a peek up at those hips. Make sure that is the distance apart you place your feet. And remember, we're pushing into the fingertips and knuckles. We want to disperse that forward weight over the palms of our hands. If you can, we'll gaze up at the top of those legs, just opening up that heart center. Good. Let's push both heels down toward the mat. As I said, they may or may not connect those heels. It's okay. From here, we're going to lift that right leg behind us, one-legged down dog, and hold. Good. Step forward with the right foot, left foot joints, reverse your swan dive, coming all the way up. Good. Forward fold. halfway up in monkey. Remember, in monkey, hands can be on your mat or on your shins, but you want your back flat, so you want those shoulders at hip level. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat, step back with one foot and then the other, down dog. Come forward, full plank. Good, we're gonna lower to modify, coming to our knees, lifting our feet. Lowering to crocodile, sweeping up, upward facing dog. Curl the toes under, push back to down dog. Good, let's lift that left leg behind us, one-legged down dog and hold. Good, step forward with the left foot, right foot joints, reverse that swan dive, coming all the way up. Good, forward fold. And halfway up in monkey. Remember that nice flat back. Forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat, step back with one foot and then the other, down dog. Come forward, full plank. Good, lower to the knees, lift your feet, modified plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up, upward facing dog. Curl the toes under, push back to down dog. Good, let's lift that right leg behind us again, one-legged down dog and hold. Good, step forward with the right foot, left foot joints, reverse that swan dive, coming all the way up. Good, forward fold. And halfway up in our monkey. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat, step back with one foot and then the other, down dog. Come forward, full plank. Remember, full plank shoulders are over the wrist. You can always modify by coming to the knees. We're gonna lower to crocodile, sweeping up, upward facing dog, curl the toes under, push back to down dog. Good, lift that left leg behind you, one-legged down dog and hold. Good, step forward with the left foot, right foot joints, reverse that swan dive, coming all the way up. Good, forward fold. Halfway up in our monkey, nice flat back in monkey. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat, step back with one foot and then the other. We're in our down dog. Come forward, full plank or modified. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up, upward facing dog. Good, let's come to our knees. Push back to extended child's pose. Good, breathing in extended child's pose. Good, nice deep inhalations and exhalations. Good, we're gonna come up here to tabletop. So we're gonna bring our hands under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We have that nice flat back. We're gonna lift that left leg. Good, flex that left ankle. And we're gonna do tiny pulses, pushing the sole of that left foot to the sky, 90-degree angle in that left knee. Good, tiny pulses. And you're breathing. Good, let's lengthen that left leg behind you. That right arm comes forward, palm is facing in. Spinal balance and hold. Good, from here we're gonna bring that right arm out to the right side, bend that left knee. That right hand reaches back to connect to that left ankle. If you can't quite connect, you can just reach back toward the heel or the calf, or stay in that long spinal balance. It's up to you. Good. If you're bound, coming out of the bind back to long spinal balance and hold. Nice work. Right hand, left knee to the mat. Let's push back to extended child's pose. Good, we'll come back up to our tabletop. This time we're gonna lift that right leg, 90-degree angle, and that right knee pushing the sole of that right foot up to the sky, tiny pulses. Torso is pointed to your mat. Good, breathing. Good, let's lengthen that right leg behind us, pushing through the sole of that right foot. Left arm comes forward, palm is facing in. Good, spinal balance and hold. Good, we're gonna bring that left arm out to the left side, bend that right knee. Left hand reaches back to connect to that right ankle. If you don't quite connect, just reach back toward the heel or the calf, or stay in our long spinal balance. Good, if you're bound, coming out of the bind, back to long spinal balance and hold. Nice, left hand, right knee to the mat. We're gonna push back to extended child's pose. Good, breathing in extended child's pose. Good, we're gonna come back up to our tabletop. From here, we're gonna step that right foot forward between the hands. We're gonna bring that right hand to the right knee. Left arm is gonna come up and forward. We're gonna let those hips glide forward as that left arm comes forward and up, gaze follows. Good, maybe that left arm even comes back past that midway point, making a semicircle with that left leg, doing what you can. Good, slowly gliding those hips back. Left arm comes forward and down to the mat. Good, right hand to the mat. We'll bring that right knee back to tabletop. Good, from here we're gonna step that left foot forward between the hands. Left hand comes to that left knee. We're gonna lift that right hand off the mat. We're gonna let those hips glide forward. Right arm comes forward and up. Gaze follows. Again, maybe you come a little deeper by bringing that right arm back past that midway point, making a semicircle with the right leg. Good, again, hips glide back as that right arm comes forward and down to your mat. Good, left hand to the mat, we'll bring that left knee back. Coming back into tabletop, from here we're gonna come up into, just exhale into cat, rounding the vertebrae of the spine up to the sky. Good, and inhaling in cow, arching that back. Good, exhaling in cat. Inhaling in cow, a few cat and cows at your own pace. Good, let's all meet back in that neutral tabletop. Remember that tummy is tucked in towards your spine. We're gonna push back to extended child's pose. Good, from here sweep forward into upward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Push back to down dog. Good, let's lift that right leg behind us, one-legged down dog, and hold. Good, step forward with the right foot, left foot joints, reverse that swan dive, coming all the way up. Good, forward fold. And halfway up in our monkey. Nice flat back, think of pulling those shoulders from the ears. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat, step back with one foot and then the other, down dog. Come forward, full plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up, upward facing dog. Good, curl the toes under. Push back to down dog, doing what you can. Let's lift that left leg behind us. One-legged down dog and hold. Good, step forward with the left foot. Right foot joints, reverse that swan dive, coming all the way up. And forward fold, we're breathing. And halfway up in our monkey. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat, step back with one foot and then the other, down dog. Come forward, full plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up, upward facing dog. Good, let's come to our knees. Push back to extended child's pose. Good, breathing in extended child's pose. Good, from here sweeping forward into upward facing dog. Good, curl the toes under. Push back to down dog. Good, let's lift that right leg behind us, one-legged down dog and hold. Good, we're gonna bend that right knee, bring it in toward the right wrist. And then right leg back, one-legged down dog. Good, bend that right knee, bring it in toward the left wrist. And back, one-legged down dog and hold. Good, let's step that right foot forward. We're gonna lift that left leg, coming into three-point balance. So remember in three-point balance, right hip is gonna be over that right ankle. Hands are under the shoulders. We're up on our fingertips, just barely putting any weight onto those fingers, trying to hold yourself with that core, using that core. Good, from here we're gonna bend that right knee and slowly curl that left knee to the nose. Good, and just as slowly inhale back to that three-point balance. Good, again rounding in, curling that left knee to the nose. Good, inhaling back, three-point balance. Good, again rounding in, curling that left knee to the nose. Good, inhaling back, three-point balance and hold. Good, we're going to work on that balance. Coming into two-point balance, we're going to bring that right hand to the right ankle. Good, two-point balance. If you can, we'll bring that left hand toward that right foot, maybe coming up onto a couple of fingertips. Maybe bringing that left hand to the right ankle as well in one-point balance. Good, so you can stay in three-point balance, bring that right hand to the right ankle, two-point balance, or left hand to the right ankle as well in one-point balance. Always options. Good, let's come back to three-point balance. Good, hands are under the shoulders. Good, we're gonna step that left foot forward to meet the right, reverse that swan dive. Good, forward fold. And halfway up in monkey. Nice flat back. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat. We'll step back with one foot and then the other. Down dog. Come forward, full plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up. Upward facing dog, doing what you can. Curling the toes under. Pushing back to down dog. Good, we're going to keep working the same side, so lifting that right leg behind you. One-legged down dog and hold. Good, let's step that right foot all the way forward between the hands. Open up that back left foot, pulling up into warrior two. Remember in warrior two, 90-degree angle in that front right knee. That right knee is going to open up over the right pinky toe. So if you look down, you can see the big toe on that right foot. Also heel to heel alignment. If I drew a line straight back from that front heel, it would connect to the back heel. Shoulders stacked over the hips. Good, warrior two, good job. Let's reverse that warrior. Left hand to the back of the left leg. Right hand and gaze to the sky. Good, back to warrior two. Strong warrior. Good, let's exhale that right hand down to the mat, inside that right foot. Left hand and gaze to the sky in right angle. Remember, you can grab a block, place it under that base hand if you need. If your torso is pointing toward the floor, you might want to grab that block. You really want to open up here. You want that torso facing the wall. Right shoulder and right knee are connected or near in right angle. Good, let's reverse that right angle. So left hand comes to the mat inside that right foot. Right hand and gaze to the sky. Twisted right angle. Good, breathing. Nice, let's reverse and come back to that right angle. Right hand on the mat. Left hand and gaze to the sky. Remember, if you'd like, you can bind here. If you're binding, left hand comes behind you. Right hand threads in between the front of your legs and you look for that connection. Gaze is over that left shoulder. Doing what you can. We're staying in right angle. Good, if you're bound coming out of the bind, right hand to the mat. Left hand and gaze to the sky, coming back to that right angle. Good, let's push through the soles of our feet. Back to that warrior two. Strong warrior, remember we're breathing. Good, let's exhale those hands down to either side of that front right foot and bring your right leg back and through. Good, we're gonna bend that right knee, bring it in toward the right wrist and back. One-legged down dog. Good, bend that right knee, bring it in toward the left wrist and back. One-legged down dog and hold. Good, step forward with the right foot, left foot joint. Reverse that swan dive, coming all the way up. Good, forward fold. And halfway up in monkey. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat, step back with one foot and then the other, down dog. Come forward, full plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up. Upward facing dog. Good, come to your knees, push back to extended child's pose. Good, a couple of breaths in extended child's pose. Good, from here we're going to sweep forward into our upward facing dog. Curl the toes under, push back to down dog. Good, we're going to lift that left leg behind us, one-legged down dog and hold. Good, let's bend that left knee, bring it in toward the left wrist. And left leg back, one-legged down dog. Good, bend that left knee, bring it in toward the right wrist. And back, one-legged down dog and hold. Good, let's step that left foot forward, lift that right leg. We're going to come into three-point balance. So remember, left hip is over the left ankle on this side. Hands are under the shoulders. We're just on our fingertips. You can have a little bend in that base left knee if you need. Good, from here we're going to bend that left knee and slowly curl that right knee to the nose. Good, and just as slowly inhale back to our three-point balance. Good, bend that left knee, curl that right knee in. And then inhale back, three-point balance. Good, again rounding in, bending that left knee, curling that right knee to the nose. And inhaling back slowly to our three-point balance. Good, holding in three-point balance. If you'd like, coming into two-point balance, bringing that left hand to the left ankle. Good, if you'd like, you can bring that right hand toward that left foot, maybe coming up onto a couple of fingertips. Maybe bringing that right hand to the left ankle as well in one-point balance. Good, so you can be three-point balance, two-point balance with the left hand to the left ankle. Good, or three-point balance, bringing that right hand to the left ankle as well. Doing what's good for you. Good, we'll all come back to that three-point balance. Strong three-point balance, good. Let's step that right foot forward to meet the left. Reverse that swan dive, coming all the way up. Good, forward fold. And halfway up in monkey. Nice flat back, pull those shoulders from the ears. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat, step back with one foot. And then the other, we're in our down dog. Come forward, full plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up. Upward facing dog. Good, let's come to our knees, push back to extended child's pose. Good, again, we're gonna sweep forward now into upward facing dog. Curl the toes under, push back to down dog. We can continue to work that left side. So lift that left leg behind you. One-legged down dog and hold. Good, let's step that left foot all the way forward between the hands. Open up that back right foot. Pulling up into warrior two. Same thing, heel to heel alignment. 90-degree angle in that front left knee. That left knee is opened over the left pinky toe. So if you look down, you can see that left big toe. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Good, let's reverse our warrior. Right hand to the back of the right leg. Left-handed gaze to the sky. Good, back to warrior two. Strong warrior. Good, let's exhale that left hand down to the mat or that block inside that left foot. Right hand and gaze to the sky in right angle. Good, left hand to the mat, right hand to the sky. Good, we're gonna reverse that now. Bringing right hand to the inside of that left foot, left hand and gaze to the sky. Twisted right angle. Good, let's come back to that right angle. So left hand on the mat, right hand and gaze to the sky. Good, breathing. If here you can bind if you'd like. If you're binding, right hand comes behind you. Left hand threads in between the front of your legs and you look for that connection. Gaze is going to be over that right shoulder. Good, or you can stay in that right angle. Good, if you're bound coming out of the bind, left hand to the mat, right hand and gaze to the sky. Good, let's push through the soles of our feet, back to that warrior two. Good, reversing our warrior, right hand to the back of the right leg, left hand and gaze to the sky. Good, back to warrior two. And from here, we're gonna exhale our hands down to either side of that front left foot. Bring that left leg back and through. One-legged down dog. Good, let's bend that left knee, bring it in toward the left wrist. And left leg back. Good, bring that left knee in toward the right wrist. And left leg back. One-legged down dog. Good, let's step that left foot forward, right foot joins. Reverse your swan dive, coming all the way up. Good, forward fold. And halfway up in monkey. Nice flat back, pull those shoulders from the ears. Good, forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat. We'll step back with one foot and then the other. Down dog. Come forward, full plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up. Upward facing dog. Good, let's come to our knees. Push back to extended child's pose. Good, in extended child's pose, we're just gonna walk our hands over to the left side of the mat. Nice, back through the center. And walking those hands over to the right side. Good, back into the center, extended child's pose. Breathing in extended child's pose. Good, from here we're gonna come forward, preparing to come into dolphin plank. So we're gonna bring our shoulders over the elbows. The elbows will be at forearms width apart, so you can just take that forearm and measure that distance. Palms can be down, or you can bring those palms together. We're gonna step back with one foot and then the other, curl those toes under and bring your body parallel to the mat. You can modify dolphin plank by coming to your knees and lifting your feet. You want your body to be like a board, so it's parallel to the mat. Remember, you can modify coming to the knees, lifting the feet. If you haven't done dolphin plank for a while or before, it can be a lot of work. So we're holding in that dolphin plank. We're going to lift that left leg just parallel to the mat and bring that left leg out to your left side and hold. Good. Left leg back into the center. Bring that left foot to the mat, holding in dolphin plank. Good. Let's lift that right leg just parallel to the mat and bring that right leg out to the right side. Good. Right leg back to the center, right foot to the mat, holding in our dolphin plank. Good. Let's lift that derriere. We're going to step those toes forward a tiny bit, coming into down dog on dolphin arms. Good. A little bit of a break from dolphin plank, but still works, so we're breathing. Good. Let's come back to dolphin plank or modified. Remember, you can always take a break. Think of that tummy. It's pulled in towards your spine. Good, breathing. Good, let's lift that derriere again. Step those toes forward a tiny bit, down dog on those dolphin arms. Good, one more time, coming back to dolphin plank or modified. Good, holding, gazes down. Good work. Let's come to our knees. Push back to extended child's pose. Good. From here, we're going to come forward all the way onto our front side. Just bringing our hands under our brow center. We're just going to turn onto our right cheek, gazes to the left. Just a stretch of the neck and the spine. Good, and then reverse coming onto your left cheek, gaze to the right. Good, coming back into neutral. From here, we're gonna come into bow, half bow on each side, and then we'll try full bow. So we'll start by bending the right knee. We're gonna reach that right arm forward and then back to connect to that right ankle. Try to keep a flex in that right ankle. It protects that right knee. And we're gonna lift up in half bow. Good. Coming out of this, we'll just bring that right arm back under your brow center, straighten that right leg. We'll bend that left knee. Left arm comes forward and then back to connect to that left ankle. Try to keep some flex in that left ankle to protect the left knee. And lift up in half bow. Good. Coming out of this, lengthen that left leg. Left hand comes back under the brow center. So now you can either do one side and then the other, or you can come into full bow. Full bow, we're going to bend that right knee. Right arm reaches forward and back to connect to that right ankle. Bend that left knee. Left arm reaches forward and back to connect to that left ankle, and we lift up in our bow. So doing what you can. Breathing here. In our bow. Good job. Good. Coming out of bow, we'll let go of those legs. Hands come back under the brow center. Good. Come onto our right cheek, gaze to the left. Good. And then back through the center onto our left cheek, gazes to the right. Good. Back into the center, neutral spine. We're going to bring those hands under the shoulders and then just push up and back into extended child's pose. Good. Hands come back towards your body, just under the shoulders. We'll push up through the palms. Good. Come onto our hip and just bring those legs forward. We're going to continue to work some core, so we're just going to grab behind our knees and lower down to the mat. Just one vertebrae at a time. So then just lift your derriere and set your spine. Just make sure your spine is flush to the mat. Good. We're going to straighten our legs. Hands come underneath the head, gently supporting, never tugging at the neck. Elbows are back, and we're going to crunch up for 8, 2, think of pushing your spine into the mat, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to hold crunch up for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Let's bend our knees. We're going to bring our elbows in toward our knees. We're in a tight little ball. Good. Pointing the toes on both feet. Let's lengthen the left leg as we bring the left elbow to the right knee. Good. And then reverse, lengthen that right leg as the right elbow comes to the left knee. Good. So lifting that torso as you bring the elbow to the opposite knee. Slow and controlled. So I've said before, you can do this a little quicker and then it's more cardio, but we're using this as a core development pose. So we're just slowly moving through. Good, we're gonna continue, but we're gonna flex the ankles, so pushing through the soles of our feet. Good, breathing. Remember, pushing that spine into the mat. Good, let's continue, but point those toes. And breathing. Good, push through those soles of the feet again by flexing the ankles. A few more. Make sure you're breathing. Good, let's bring those knees in toward the elbows. We're in that little ball again. Good, elbows back. We're going to straighten those legs and we're going to crunch up for 8, 2, breathing, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold, crunch up for 8, 2, elbows are back, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Bring your head to the mat, hug those knees in. Good. Feet come down to the mat, just beneath the knees, fingertips to the heels, and we're going to bridge up. So just lifting those hips up to the sky. Good. Lower back to the mat. And we'll hug those knees in. Good. Grabbing behind the knees, we're going to roll up. And just bringing our hands to the top of the mat. We'll step back with one foot and then the other. Down dog. We're going to flow through one last time. Lift that right leg behind you. One-legged down dog. Good. Step forward with the right foot. Left foot joins. Reverse that swan dive. Coming all the way up. And forward fold. Good. Halfway up in monkey. Forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat. Step back with one foot and then the other. Down dog. Come forward, full plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up. Upward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Push back to down dog. Good. Lift that left leg behind you. One-legged down dog and hold. Good. Step forward with the left foot. Right foot joins. Reverse that swan dive. Coming all the way up. Good. Forward fold. Halfway up in our monkey. Good. Forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat. Step back with one foot and then the other. Down dog. Come forward, full plank. Lower to crocodile. Sweeping up. Upward facing dog. Good, let's come to our knees. Push back to extended child's pose. Good, we're gonna inhale up on tall fingers and extended child's pose, stretching those wrists. Good, exhale, palms down. Good, inhale up on tall fingers. Exhale, palms down. Good, from here we'll bring our hands back toward our bodies. Just under the shoulders, push up through the palms. We're gonna come up onto our hips. Bring those legs forward. And then from here, grabbing behind the knees, we're gonna lower down to the mat. One vertebrae at a time. Good, lengthening those legs, arms fall to the side as we come into our Shavasana, our final relaxation. Telling yourself you did a great job today, just taking that little bit of time for yourself. And breathing. My reading today is entitled Pleasures. Find pleasure in the little things. Ice cream in a cone, raking October's leaves, spending time alone. Tossing pebbles in a stream, chasing rainbow's end, running through the morning grass, talking with a friend. Find pleasure in the little things, for little things can bless. They brighten up a weary day and make your worries less. When you're ready, we'll begin to bring awareness back to our bodies by gently wiggling our fingers and our toes. Good, we're going to inhale deeply, stretching the arms long overhead. Good, and then exhaling our knees into our heart center. From here, rolling onto our side. Coming into a fetal position, you can rest your head on your arm and holding here for just a moment. Nice. And then when you're ready, just slowly taking your time, we'll come back into a seated position. We're going to cross those legs. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. Good. We're just going to tilt our head right and back, left and forward. Good. In reverse, tilting your head left, back, to the right, and forward. Good. Coming back into that neutral spine. From here, we're going to inhale the arms up, breathing in all the positives. And exhale the arms down. Good. Inhaling the arms up, breathing in all the positives. And exhaling the arms down. And one last deep inhalation of all the positives of the day. Bringing our hands together in prayer, we'll exhale them down to our heart center. Saying namaste.